Hey everybody, welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. This is your Grand Master, Jameson Oxford. And today we continue our search of the bookshelves that Bop avoided all combat for. Also, we have a new character in Star, but none of that matters because to my metaphysical left is...
It's Roy. I'm here to stab shit. That's it.
Stick with what you're good at.
Exactly.
Barely.
Coming up next is...
You do know books are important, right? Reading, that sort of thing, knowledge,
They're stabbable.
Well, that's true. Please don't. This is Papadopoulos, your daily word wizard, looking for some more words. To Bop's left is...
Disappointed.
He is. Where's Barry?
You shut your whore mouth.
I need
Barry died
books.
a hero's death.
Barry faded away. He didn't burn out like most rock stars.
He's not here anymore. You call him by his full name.
He just couldn't keep going.
Barreltifer.
Barrel to Furliftifus.
I am Mitch. I play Bruce. I formerly played Barry, and I don't know if I'll ever recover.
And to his nightmares is Jeff, who, of course, is behind the wheel of the gentleman, the skeleton, Mr. Grimm.
And me, Evan.
Also, Evan. Also, no one controls me. You shut up. You are me. You fucking... God, this is getting out of hand.
Which anatomical portion of the body is the wheel?
Mr. Grimm, who is Jeff?
A bothersome creature.
Can it, Rattlebags? We're rolling.
Anyway, I'm your Grandmaster Jameson Oxford. We left off in a half-burned-out frozen room filled with teachers' books.
We left off at tavern keeping. And let me tell you, this tavern needs more keeping.
Well, I mean, yeah. Look, it's hard. We do this because we love you. Well, actually, we do this because we like to play D&D. But we post it because we love you. And our friend Jeff here works very hard to make it sound pretty because we're terrible.
These are facts.
Garbage boys.
And as I've said, Roy lives on the streets, so we would love your money. So if you want to support us on Patreon, that money helps keep Roy in the tavern.
He needs it.
Also, we've just, not too long ago, crested over our 1-year anniversary, and now we've come to another yearly marker, and as our DM becomes older and more hideous and more feeble of mind, we require things. So if you donate to our Patreon, that will go to the applesauce and diaper powder that he's going to need to help keep our DM relatively sane.
I'm shaking my head, but yeah, I mean, every little bit helps. Really, if you can't give us money, we also would love for you to rate and review us on iTunes or Spotify or Stitcher or the podcast app of your choice, or all of them if you're really cool.
Really cool.
If you rate on all of them, you'll get a special treat. And that might be a lie.
If you can't, I still thank you for listening. You are appreciated.
Absolutely. Look out for new content every month. I'm now making it something that can't be redacted. Every month, new content on our Patreon.
Now that we've done the tavern keeping, we're back in the school where the school keeping does need to be done as well because everything is in disarray. There's a pile of books. Strana's sitting in the middle of it. Star is finishing up the last of the ritual. You guys have taken an hour rest, which means that you can roll a certain amount of hit dice to gain back.
Okay.
Spend one or more hit dice at the end of a short rest, up to a character's maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to the character's level. For each hit dice spent this way, you can roll to gain that much health back. Now, bear in mind, the next time you have a short rest, those will be spent. Like, you've used that natural healing up, essentially.
I'd rather not.
So don't worry, I got a paper cut.
That's interesting.
Also, all the warlocks get all their spell slots back, and Bop has the ability to get some of his spells back for an hour rest.
No, I'm a fighter. I get all my stuff back.
You do. But you do have a limited health pool, basically, to get back.
Yeah.
Anyway. So guys do that healing. Bop, what spell did you find in the batch? And what Ford would you like the chance to learn? You had an hour to copy a spell over. I will just give you that one. You said you wanted to learn Stone Skin?
Yes.
Okay.
What do I get back after a short rest? I don't know that.
Honestly, I don't think sorcerers gain much from them.
Sick. Doesn't do me a shitload of good.
Yeah, that Sorcerer's Restoration is like literally the only thing that gives you something.
Grimm sitting there for an hour tapping his cane going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Basically. I mean, closing the portals is important.
Yeah, and I imagine Grimm is standing right behind them tapping his cane going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Well, no, Grimm would have helped. Grimm knows how important it is to close the portals, so he would have just fucking helped.
Bop has found a series of scrolls, the only of which that you guys don't have access to is Sacred Flame. You found Sacred Flame, Magic Stone, Magic Missile, and Spider Climb. Anyone who has a scroll, that spell on their class list, may cast that spell through a scroll. So, basically, you three arcane fuckers. I think Roy has access to
I do.
most of those. Yeah, so he could cast those if he wanted. If it's a higher level than you would normally cast, you would need to roll an Arcana check.
I do, thanks to my Arcane Trickster.
Does it cast at max level? Scrolls used to.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, the save DCs are set, is what it is.
Yeah.
Depending on the level of it, like I didn't give anything higher than a second level spell, so save DCs will be 13, the attack bonuses will be +5.
Okay, but like Magic Missile, that higher level, it's more missiles per launch.
Scrolls cast at the level they were made, so that's just going to be a first level Magic Missile. In theory, you could find a spell-slotted higher scroll, I guess, but you didn't.
Yes.
Doesn't everyone have Eldritch Blast?
I don't have Eldritch.
Oh, okay.
No.
See, there you go. There's your Eldritch Blast, Jeff.
Yeah, that's why I took it.
Sort of.
You silly
Your
Billy.
Eldritch Blast, sort of.
It's a one use, but...
Yeah, and actually it's 3 darts.
So the only one who gets nothing is Bruce. And, well, Evan. Evan's just kind of like, this is trash.
I mean, Evan gets to hold Grimm's.
No.
If I wanted him
He
to.
just picks him up and aims him at things.
If it could work that way, I would. It's your attack.
And as Star is kind of helping Bop, and Grimm offered to help close the portals too, so he's not totally bored.
Yeah.
She states, so, how did you guys get here?
We walked,
Down a hallway.
and then I kicked in the door.
Accurate.
Great. I meant, like, on the campus.
Oh. We walked.
It's a similar answer, honestly.
Yeah. No, it's the same.
Okay. So she's wringing her hands. She's like, so do you guys have a plan to get out?
Yeah, we're all planning on getting out of here.
Exactly.
Please don't fucking tell me it's walk.
I mean,
Bob, you want to take this?
We'll stroll.
maybe a brisk walk.
Okay, maybe we could head back to my room where I have some things. Like, I make potions, and that might help.
I tap my cane on the ground to gain her attention.
Yes? Oh god, she like nearly jumps from just that.
I don't worry about him.
Listen closely.
I don't know you.
I'm the gentleman skeleton, Mr. Grimm. You may call me Mr. Grimm.
Yes, Mr. Grimm?
If you want out, choose a portal and walk through
I
it.
very no. No. I meant out safely? Where's Nebula?
There are realms that are some version of safe. I'm more concerned with fixing than leaving. This debauchery that your and Avil's mistakes have made.
Debauchery means, like, unmoralistic behavior.
It is immoral. It is immoral to the laws of the world.
The laws of the world are subject to certain kingdoms that change depending on where you are.
I take 2 steps closer. And I look down at her.
The laws of all worlds. There are certain irrevocable laws.
You're here to stop the merging.
Correct.
Got it. My room has, well, like I said, potions and things that might help you guys.
Good. Lead the way.
I step back. I look to Evan. I straighten myself up. I give him the nod that we'll be moving soon.
So she appears just nervous to be around you. She keeps glancing at Bruce and how tall he is.
I have a super important question on that note.
Yeah.
What's the hallway clearance in this place?
It's tall.
Oh, thank God.
Come on, they're wizards. Wizards love vaulted ceilings.
The door frame would be a problem, but you're used to that.
Yeah. So as soon as we get back in the hallway, Bruce just scoops her up and sets her on his shoulder again.
Please don't. I don't.
And then Bruce holds his other hand down to Roy.
Please don't hold me. I can walk. You roll an insight check when you try to grab her.
17.
You feel like she thinks you're gonna beat her. Like, particularly you will harm her, and she's very nervous. She does not want you to pick her up. She jerks away.
Hang on.
You know, that's valid.
Yeah, that's a 23 to grab her.
No! Put me down!
Bruce, she is supposed to be leading the way.
Yeah, well, she's also tiny and squishable, and she can tell me where to walk. And
Down the
Bruce
hall.
sets her down on his shoulder, and he gives Ryan the upseas option.
So, quick question for just how I see this. Do you, throw her over your shoulder like a continental soldier, or do you set her like she's sitting on your shoulder?
No, in this case, she is sitting. Formerly, she was over the shoulder. Now she is sitting on the shoulder. I mean, she could bail.
She points you guys down the hallway and leads you to her room, which is a few rooms down.
Roy looks up at Bruce and gives a slight nod.
And he goes upsies.
He goes upstairs.
Roy goes upstairs.
And we move on.
This is just a fun thing. You realize how far down you're going to have to duck now? Because she's going to at least be a foot above your head. At least.
Yeah, when we get there.
Okay.
Gotta say, you're definitely pushing the boundaries of this roof.
Yeah, doorways are going to be a bitch. You're basically going to have to crouch through a doorway.
3 doorways down. She says, "This is the place. Please put me down."
Put her down.
I hate that band.
You gotta get down with the sickness.
You hate 3 doors down?
Fuck 3 doors down.
Bruce reaches up, grabs her around the middle, and then sets her down. And Bruce just looks at Roy.
Do you want to stay upsies, Roy? That's what the look means.
Have we met?
He shakes his head in the no.
Roy does nothing. Bruce knows what that means.
She opens the door, slowly peers in, and then darts inside and says, come on, quickly.
That fucking doorway, god damn it.
Me and Evan stroll in casually as he's figuring out doors.
Roll a con check as you bend your back in a way that it's not supposed to. No. Bruce throws out his back and collapses.
19, we're okay.
Inside you see her. She's dashed to a workshop area. In this room, it looks like it is both her little mini lab and her bedroom, because one half is this super tidy room and the other half is sort of this semi-chaotic workspace, and it looks like she has all sorts of alembics and alchemy kits and things. There's a shelf filled with potion bottles.
So, hold on, I really want to quickly establish this. You gave Evan some abilities that would lead me to believe he's a little bit more familiar with nature than most.
Yes.
Is this true?
Yes.
Okay. Then I look over at Evan and go,
Help the woman.
Help the woman.
Yes, there's only one woman here. Go help her.
Yeah, he means me, dumbass.
Right. He goes over and he says, "Excuse me, madam." And she kind of nods and he kind of helps her kind of shuffle some things around. What do you guys do?
14 investigation to see if I see the compass.
I also glare at Bruce for calling Evan a dumbass.
Bruce glares at you for having eye sockets.
I'm furiously writing in my spellbook.
All right. You do not see any evidence of the compass with your 15. As far as you can tell, she doesn't have any pieces. You do notice that, Avil and you kind of are looking at all the potion bottles and going, these are not just potions, Roy.
What are they?
Potions in bottles.
She's looking at the herbs, particularly, because she can't look at a potion and know, but she's like, the herbs These are deeply poisonous.
I have a passive perception of 11.
Okay. What do you want to know? With an 11, that's not a lot.
It's not, but that's just passive. Do I passively notice anything Fey related at all?
No, not really.
How about anything that's useful to me?
You particularly, definitely not. There's not a lot in here for you.
Okay.
There's magic potions. Those are useful for everyone.
I'm gonna walk up to Star. What do you know of the ship?
I told him it was a bad idea.
Where is it?
Oh, that is a great question, because I have yet to see it. And that was my entire purpose for coming here.
It's at the bottom of the tower. It's beneath the tower.
Do you have access to it?
Maybe. It usually requires 3 teachers.
Yeah, are you one of them?
Yes.
Is it in an extraplanar space?
It should be. Why wouldn't it? Oh, dear.
Then it is no longer. Let me shortcut your series of questions.
Series of questions, yes. You guys want to know that the ship was brought here. Yes, it will create incredible calamity. And she, like, kind of swooned. She's like, sorry, I teach divination. I know everything you want to know, okay? And...
Out with it!
She's like, I can help you open the door. We need to get back to the tower. There's so many things out here that will cause you harm if you go out. And just... You should be prepared.
I'm not so easy to harm.
We'll protect you if you can get us down there, but the reason all this is going down is because the ship is here.
I know. I know the ship's here.
Well, then let's get it away from here, eh?
I know everything.
If you know everything, then you know just as much as I know as far as stopping. Poor girl. And let me tell you, that is our first priority.
I don't want to go out there. If we go out there, we could die. I see several outcomes where we die.
Can you open it from here?
No.
Then you're coming with us.
I step up to her, I put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm sure she jumps.
Oh, absolutely.
I turn her to look right into my sockets.
Right in his T-sockets.
And while doing this, I say,
And in how many futures do you see you living with us not doing it?
I see a lot of futures where I die.
And how many of those are due to your choices right now?
My choices right now have a very little effect on my death.
If you don't help us, one of them might. And Bruce leans over the top of Grimm and puts his big hand on her other shoulder.
She immediately cringes and swoons and, like, goes limp.
You know, just so you know, this type of wizard's usually fairly excitable, really.
Bruce fucked up and dropped her. Tried to catch her, missed.
He's not Barry.
Yep.
She collapses into a puddle of divination teacher.
unfortunately, I don't think I have enough strength to lift her.
You're not a fucking...
I have a 7, bro.
I know, like, lifting strength is like 100 pounds.
How much does she weigh?
She's probably 100 pounds. She's an elven woman.
Okay, well then I will pick her up. I'll even be nice about it.
She has fainted.
I'll pull her up. I'll hand her to Evan.
Evan nods and takes her over to her bed.
Helpful.
I'll walk over to her bed.
Whoa. No boning.
And I'll...
You give her the bone.
Wake up, girl. Wake up, girl.
Sorry, I thought we were scatting. Ooh, daddy-o.
If you want me to go into rhythmic poetry
Lay there
here...
be. Alright.
This isn't the poetry corner.
She starts to wake up, but Roy, what are you doing over at the potions?
Are any of these useful, Avil?
Oh, so many. Do you want to help yourself or kill others?
Also, sorry, I want to put this in there while I'm doing this. After Evan puts her down, I tell him to go back to figuring things out there. So Evan's over there.
Real important question. Bruce takes a seat. Does the couch or chair survive?
No, it does not.
So there's a loud crash in the back corner of the room, followed by, God damn it! And Bruce tries to extricate himself from a massive chair.
Yes, elves are usually fairly useless with their furniture. You need good dwarven furniture.
Both, preferably.
Porque no los dos?
She says that is a potion of giant strength. That is a potion of climbing. That is a potion of, filter of love, the dirty girl star. Oil of slipperiness.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, indeed.
Dirty, dirty girl star.
After the filter of love,
Daedalus in the corner, feeling kind of awkward.
Yeah, Daedalus is like,
Daedalus has been awkward since we both kind of threatened her. Daedalus has been like,
Yeah, he just watches you guys a lot.
So I'm sorry, you said hill giant strength?
Just giant strength. Evan's over there. Evan's gonna swoop the giant strength.
Yeah, no, I already grabbed that, son.
I'm just gonna straight up say that, I'm sorry, you can't keep swooping things for Evan. I will say that
Okay.
Ryan had the first dibs on that wall.
Evan was there first. I declared that right out the gate.
I know, but he doesn't know what to swipe. He swiped several things already. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Cool then.
You little fucking swiper swipe.
The NPCs don't need loot.
Swipe or no swiping?
Yo, that's what we do. Alright? We survive. Welcome to Fae.
Hey, I'm the rogue.
I'm too old for this goddamn shit, as Bruce continues trying to pull lumber off of his ass.
Evan can take whatever he wants. I'm just going to take it from him later.
I am a rogue.
I mean, that's fair, but I'll tell you, you definitely can't beat the both of us.
Alright, so back on track. She looks at Roy and she's like, and if you're looking for a poison, the pale tincture is particularly fearsome. Creatures subjected to this poison, if their constitution is too low, they will take poison damage, and it is unhealable.
Yikes.
And she's like, that's a weird one. That one just improves magic.
What's it called?
I wouldn't have a name for it.
So, how much does my stats go up then?
Not like that.
Wait. Hang on. With that love potion and that lube potion, I think I know what magic that improves.
That potion is very rare. I've only seen a few people who can make it. I wouldn't use it willy-nilly, but essentially if you used it along with anything, it would amplify the spell's effect, or the potion's effect, whatever you were using or wearing. But anything magic would also be amplified, so it's very dangerous. She tells you it's not that simple. It's not just gonna boost your spell. Anyway, what do you guys do? You wake her up, Grimm. She wakes up and sees your terrifying visage and fucking rolls a con save, fucking nearly faints again. What do you want?
When she wakes up, she frights a little. I smile.
Evan kind of calls over. He's like, most of these are properly labeled, sir. Could you please let me handle the damsel? You are not cut out for this sort of work.
Fair enough.
Before I leave, I go,
You're going to need our help. We're going to need yours. Remember that.
and then I back off and I go over to the potions and I start looking through them, looking at all she has laid before her. What's a roll to just understand most of what's in that lab?
Arcana.
Cool. Well, I didn't do well on that roll.
Arcana for the potions, nature for the poisons.
Okay, let's look what I got.
Sorry about your couch.
It's okay.
Well, only a 9 on the Arcana. That was a shit roll. And not much better for nature.
Daedalus is kind of just keeping watch at the doorway.
7 and 9. I apparently don't understand things.
Yeah, no. For the most part, you see that there's like a finished potion station, a potions brewing area, like they're not ready. So there's only a handful of the potions that are ready.
Does the door open inward or outward, Jay?
It opens in.
Bruce walks up to Daedalus. Let me help you out with that. And Bruce plants his fat ass on the ground with his back against the door.
Daedalus just sort of like moves out of the way. He's like, well, I mean, technically it was nice being able to see out, but... Thanks, Bruce.
Ain't nothing getting in.
being that there's really nothing of use to me left of those potions and such, I just pick up the slipperiness and love, and I walk over to Bob, and I go, maybe you'll find some use of these.
What? What? I look up from my writing and... Oh! Yes. Yes, here. Let me take them. I throw them in my pouch.
And let's go ahead and throw in 2 potions of greater healing as well, because y'all need those.
As a low hit point boy, Roy will take one.
No, you only took the things you took already.
So there's, 2 potions of greater healing, a potion of giant strength, a potion of slipperiness, a potion of love, a pale tincture, a potion of heroism, and 2 greater healing potions.
Oh, there's a heroism? What's the heroism do?
You gain 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You are also under the effect of the Bless spell.
I'll stash the heroism potion then.
Okay.
Bless gives you a d4 added to your attack rolls and saving throws.
Cool.
So, what do you do from here? You guys kind of loot the potions.
Do you have any spell books?
I take the potion of heroism and I give the health potions or potion, whatever's left, to Daedalus, and I go, you are the one responsible for these.
You... Do you not have a bag, sir?
No, I don't have a bag. I just have pockets. We've established this. And I look at Evan and I go, why would I carry a bag?
Well, my dear, do you have any spell books?
I
That you might part with, perhaps?
I have mine, but I don't think that... They're not too interesting. It's mostly divination magic.
We just came from a library full of them.
The more the merrier.
Can't argue with that.
Look, at least he's not digging.
You got a weird gleam in your eye, Bob.
Yes, I do. Just dive to get all the books.
When she says that she has her spell book, she looks at you in that way that all wizards look at each other like, no fucking way in hell.
You know, her spellbooks, her sewing scissors, her fries.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on now.
There's no check or save in the world that'll convince a wizard to let you look at their spellbook.
Damn it.
Hell, you'd be lucky to touch it.
Yeah, he's right.
Bruce, subdue.
It's Speak with the Dead. It's 2 minutes from now. Speak with the Dead. That's how you get the wizard spellbook.
Yes.
I mean, you don't even need that. But, hey, dead guy, my question for you is there an arcane lock on this?
Yeah, that's the question.
Precisely.
Daedalus is like, so are we done here? Because, like, we should kind of keep on the move. I'm hearing sounds.
As a professor or teacher or student or whatever of divination, does she know where Dylan is?
I think he might... It seems like he's trying to find an exit.
I look over after Daedalus says, oh, are we ready to go? I look over at Star.
Star straight up casts locate person. She says he's that way.
We go that way.
And after she answers that question, I go, are we ready to go? As I'm looking dead at her.
Is that a flask of acid?
I see no choice. Yes, that's a flask of acid. Be very careful.
Oh, good.
In fact, everybody gets a flask of acid.
Yay!
And an alchemist fire. Why
Yay!
No, Ryan, you don't understand. That's 40% of the loot I've ever seen Jay drop, and I've been playing D&D with him for like 9 years.
You're welcome.
Which means this is going to be hellish. Just so you know.
Yes.
That's the save point. That's the save point, Ryan.
I have such a big smile.
Every time a DM gives you loot.
He's complained that I don't give enough loot, and he doesn't understand how easy I am on him in a game ever. Because if I played D&D the way I'm supposed to play D&D, it would be the way Strana plays D&D. We all know how that goes.
I've played D&D with Strata before. I know how shitty D&D is. Or can be, rather.
So much stuff.
I've got a gentle hand as a DM, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? Kid gloves are off. Let's do this. You guys are heading down the hallway in the direction that Star is pointing. Everybody has done their health from the short rest, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
How much did everyone heal?
All the way.
I don't like to see.
Fully?
Always
Okay.
roll.
You guys paid attention to how many dice that took?
Yep.
Nope.
Okay.
I only used one.
Fair.
I didn't need to. I was fine.
You just looked at books the whole combat.
Hey, I hit something and vanished.
As you guys leave the hallway, you hear the sound of water just sort of splashing against a wall as the water elemental comes back from his banishment, even though that should have happened a long time ago.
But now he's found us.
You hear a gurgly gargle sound of a confused water elemental, and then the sloshing just sort of disappears.
Oh yeah, because he can't go back now.
Well, that's not excellent. Yeah, you know what? Spider climb.
Why?
Because I can do it for hours.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
You're wasting your spell slots, and I just told you that this shit's gonna get hellish. What are you doing?
Not if he uses the scroll.
I mean, it goes away. Shouldn't you, save resources?
Okay, well, if something happens in the next hour or so, spider climb.
Bob's gonna bop.
Bob's gonna bop.
Yeah, I mean, let him bop, I guess.
Spider climb is an elongated one, that's why. And it's also one of the ones I don't have to concentrate on.
And it also uses the slot.
Unless he scrolls it.
Okay.
If he scrolls it, it's not using the slot.
Yeah, I used a level 2 slot. I'm fine with that.
Bob's gonna bop.
Alright, so Bop is crawling on the roof.
I'm just walking down the roof of it above everybody else.
Right.
Oh my god, how high is the roof? Please tell me an exact number of how high the roof is.
It is now 10 feet high.
Oh my god, you risk bumping heads with me and...
You don't risk shit. You're gonna bump into Bruce.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially as you try to leave the room. Bruce has fallen asleep.
She just casts Locate Person and says he's down the hall and to the left. But there's a sleeping Bruce in your way.
I slow drip a loogie onto Bruce.
I walk up to Bruce and I give him a couple gentle little slaps on the face.
What does Strana do? I couldn't hear what he did.
He spits on Bruce.
Oh! Bruce, you've been spitted on. Does that wake you up?
No, we've established Bruce's a heavy sleeper.
Okay. Did the slaps on the face wake you up?
Nah, he didn't slap, he just poked.
They've turned into slaps. They started as pokes.
Now Bruce wakes up.
I was gonna say, Daedalus tries to tip him over.
I'm glad that did it, because I was about to fucking rare frost him.
Jesus. Make a wisdom save, Bruce, as the Eye of Magog feels it's under attack.
Oh, shit.
3!
Thank goodness.
Sorry. 6.
You find yourself in the very fearsome grasp of Magog.
Oh, opposite. Okay.
Okay. I find myself in the fearsome grasp of Magog. I fucking stare him down, and knowing that it's not even Bruce, I go, "There's a time and a place. Put me down, you fool."
Roll persuasion.
Come on, that 20. Or 7. Man.
I know you're paid, Jeff.
The Eye of Magog rolled a 19.
Yeah.
You find yourself on the other side of the bed. Take a d6 damage. You've been put down. You take 3 damage.
I'm now standing on the wall and just opening the door.
Okay.
Or trying to.
I get up, and then I call back Evan, because I know he was going to do something. We will leave him be for now. And then I clack the cane on the ground real quick, real hard, and use prestidigitation to amplify the sound and direct it at Bruce so that it wakes up the Bruce inside of the Magog that's awake.
What are you doing?
Prestidigitation.
I don't believe that amplifying your voice is actually something that does.
I believe it can affect sound.
You can make sounds. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, you just make a lot of sound.
Yeah, technically they split up things, so thaumaturgy has its own niche. But whatever. The point is Bruce, you're awake.
Yeah.
Star is standing behind everybody timidly because you just threw somebody, and everybody's just sort of staring at you, except for Bob. Bob is creeping down the back stairs, trying to get out the room.
What happened? Why am I... Did I fall asleep standing up?
You did, and Magog took over again. You really need to get a hold on that, friend.
Yes.
Daedalus says, is this something that happens a lot?
No.
Pointedly, a lot?
Define a lot.
Thankfully not.
No.
Looking at Bruce very seriously.
Roll bluff.
Occasionally.
How is this different than Bruce anyway?
I'm perfectly in control.
Most of the time.
All of the time.
Sure.
And Bruce hucks a thing at Jeff.
At who?
Hey, Mr. Grimm.
Did you attack roll me, or did you just huck it? Okay.
Yes.
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 You throw a couch. What's left of a couch?
Yeah, a couch shrapnel. Yes. 22.
22. Okay, well, can I save?
That's an attack roll.
Yeah, there's no reflex there.
Nah.
All right, whatever. All right, I get hit by it. I get hit by the pieces of the couch. I fucking brush them off.
Daedalus is like, whoa, hey, guy, no, this is not productive.
I look at him in his fucking Brucey eyes, and I go,
Hi.
You are jumping on my last nerve and riding the line, Bruce. Let us go, because we can help each other.
Mr. Grimm, you've made a statement with Bruce. Does anybody else do anything? Daedalus is standing between you two.
17 to persuasion. Bruce,
What?
you're not as in control as you tend to think you are, because this keeps happening. And no one here is lying to you when we tell you it has happened more than once. Pull yourself together, we have shit to do.
If you want to counter his persuasion roll, you would roll a charisma check. If you don't, then, you can let the statement stand. Magog tells you to crush the small ones.
What am I rolling?
You've already failed the roll, but you're also awake. If you choose not to, we will roll. If you want to resist him, we will roll wisdom.
Nat 20.
Of course.
Okay.
And Bruce sets his silver post on the ground and slams his head into it, right in the eye, as hard as he physically can.
Ow!
Oh.
I guess do unarmed damage to yourself, bud.
And he yells, "Shut!" And then he does it again. And he does it again.
Daedalus slams his shield in between you and the rod. It's on the third one.
Bruce just sort of stumbles and collapses because that's a lot of head trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Strana, your hammer says, "Bop, lad. This is not good, lad. He's losing control.
Yeah.
Someday you're going to have to make the call, Bop, at some point and do something about it."
Aye. That's why I sent off to hopefully get a little bit of news from the folks, yeah?
Your honor and your respect for your clan is noted, and it's very good of you, but someday you're going to have to learn to act on your own.
Yeah. But sometimes acting without information is the worst of what you can do. That's how I got into trouble last time.
Bruce, you kind of fall over, and Daedalus is like, "Jesus Christ, dude, what have you done? Like, on a scale of 1 to your damage total, what did you just do?"
18.
Ah.
I walk up to Daedalus, I put my hand on his shoulder, and go,
I'm sorry, poor lad. This is a bit above your head. Worry not.
Mr. Grimm, it's Mr. Daedalus, and if you assume that any of this is over my head, you are sadly mistaken.
Point of order, Bruce is literally above your head.
Not right now.
No, Bob is over everybody's heads.
Right now, Bruce is above the floor, and that's about it.
How many gods have you talked to, Daedalus?
Just one.
Then it's above your head. Welcome to the realm of 2 or more.
Daedalus is like, "Is there any more healing potions you've got hidden around here?" To Star, and Star kind of is like, "I think there might be one near the dresser." And he throws you a greater healing potion, Bruce. He's like, "You need to drink that."
What does a greater healing potion do?
44. Plus 4.
each time?
No, just total. So, Daedalus, he's like, "I don't give a shit what you think, Mr. Grimm. The point of this is, it doesn't matter what either one of us thinks. We got shit to do.
You're not wrong.
After this is over, I'm gonna have to turn you guys in. And I'm sorry.
Into what?
Into the church."
That's fine, you can try later. Let's find Dylan and get the fuck out of here.
I ain't hurt nobody but myself.
We'll have a talk, Daedalus, as we walk.
You fill him in on the whole situation.
Yeah, I fill him in. I tell him how deep a shit we're in. I tell him, I do respect you, but I don't respect your authority in something that's going to break our worlds. So shelf that. And maybe leave it there.
Okay. No, I think that while you guys are walking to the next thing, that's a good thing to let Daedalus in on. I think that changes his attitude toward you, especially, pretty rapidly. Let's see. He rolls an insight, because he's good at that. He knows you're on the up and up.
I wouldn't bother lying to him. There's no point.
He's like, okay, that's great, but right now the only allies you got is a paladin on his way on the outs, a small street urchin turned warlock, a wizard who won't bother casting a spell in the middle of combat, and a man who is trying to beat the crap out of himself.
No, I'm trying to beat this stupid rock out of myself.
You work with what you got, Daedalus.
You're not wrong. Ragtag is not even the correct name for this group.
See, I like where he's going with that.
But what I will tell you is that no matter what odds are stacked against us or for us, the facts are things need be done.
So Star says, it looks like your friend Dylan is he's moving toward well, it's one of the front entrances to the building. It's like the council chamber. Some of the kids know it as the Horns. It's where we have meetings and also reprimand students. She leads you, and it's like these two double doors that go into this room.
So, as she's leading us there, I ask her,
Being that Daedalus did bring up the unfortunate company that we bear amongst each other, is there a likelihood of us meeting more useful companions at this spot? Is it a known meeting place for your school?
The teachers? Last I saw any of the teachers, they had been called by the headmaster to deal with something troublesome. I believe that thing that was troublesome might be you. My intuition says so. I think you know more about where the other teachers are than I do. But I can try to work magic if you'll give me a second, and I can try to figure out where some of them are.
Oh, he's always in trouble.
Just the useful ones.
I just keep flipping books.
Any 3 teachers would be useful for what you want.
The door should no longer work.
The spell doesn't work that way too well, but we can certainly find the living ones, unless you have specific tissue samples, which I would find a bit creepy.
Are you saying that some of my coworkers might be dead?
It's very possible.
No, we're trying to find the living ones. I hope we're not trying to find the dead ones.
I would like to find all of them.
Yes, so that's best case.
I would like to state that under current circumstance, I would like to not find the dead ones. Rather, I would like them to not find us.
I was going to say, did you suddenly have a necromantic leaning that I didn't know about?
I do.
There's no necromancy at the school. That's forbidden.
Oh, I did that earlier.
That's my point.
There was no fire elementals at this school an hour ago.
I might need a detention.
Well, fire elementals aren't forbidden. We actually see them all the time.
Yeah, those are pretty simple to summon.
I would like to state that, being that the room we're going to was an extra-dimensional space, there are no more doors. It's broken. There's no longer need for doors.
There are still doorways. The tower is built off of a real tower that was then converted magically into extra-dimensional spaces. That means that if the magic was somehow undone, that the sudden weight of the tower would then be on itself. I hope that it stood up to it.
As do I.
I should definitely find a fly spell then. Maybe some shaped stone.
we continue on.
You guys get to the doors, and you make perception checks.
I'm good at that.
I'm decent.
I suck.
Not with that roll, though. 13?
16.
13.
10. I rolled lower than my static perception check.
Wow.
The power of dice.
Alright, so anybody who rolled higher than a 12, you guys hear through the doorway this sinister voice speaking in common. And it says, Dylan, we caught you. Pride says that we don't have to be nice to you. And it's time for you to get your comeuppance. You think you can just do anything you want and get away with it?
Roy dashes forward and kicks the door in.
Okay. You find that Dylan is standing in front. He seems to have moved into this room, and you caught him just in time. He's standing just in front of the doorway, and in front of you guys is just a bunch of devils. Inside the room, you guys see a bearded devil, a spine devil, several imps and lemurs, and standing in the center of it all is a Cambion devil, who is the one speaking, and he is pointing at Dylan, and as the doors kick in, he says, kill them all.
This day just keeps getting better.
Hello, everyone, and thank you again for following us on our journey through another episode of Torchlit Tavern. You've listened all the way to Arc 3, we hope. If not, you can always go back and catch up on what you've missed. First of all, myself and the rest of the members in the Torchlit Tavern would like to say thank you to everyone who listens to us. We love telling our stories, we love your engagement, and we love to entertain you guys, so thank you. Don't forget that if you do enjoy our podcast, please like us, rate us well, share us, tell your friends about us. We have no designs on any grand empire, but we do like telling our story, and we'd like to share that with as many people as possible. And you, our beloved listeners, are the gateway through which we can do that. If you're looking for other ways to listen to us, we can be found on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, or your preferred podcasting service. If you want to engage and find a little bit of extra interaction with the Torchlit Tavern, you can search Torchlit Tavern on Facebook or Twitter. And we have established a Patreon at patreon.com/Torchlit Tavern. If you'd like to go that little extra mile for us, you can do so there, and we will kick back to you with monthly content updates. This could be anything from narrative expansions, world lore, or even just an insight into the characters of the world themselves. And last but not least, if you want to chat with, compliment, or ridicule one of our lovely players, you can find us at the following locations.
Alright, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. You can find me, Jameson Oxford, at something on Twitter.
And you can find me, Ryan, aka Roy, at Ryan SCB Santos on Twitter.
And I'm Randall, and if you want, you can follow my inactive Twitter account at Argo Omega, or you could just look at the Facebook, and I'll be there.
This is Jeff, still playing the Jello-Man Skeleman himself. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Twitter that I never use at big_J. _the_bad_man.
You know, I think maybe I should have my own Twitter.
You shut up. It's not time for this things. God. You can definitely find me at the Torchlit Facebook. I'll be there.
No, I'll be there.
Somebody will be there. And thanks for tuning in.
Fuck you, Warlock.